Welcome back to the channel. If you're into numismatics or just love discovering hidden treasures, you're in for a treat today. In this video, we're diving deep into the 1966 French 5 centime coin and why this seemingly small piece of currency might be worth more than you'd expect today. Trust me, you won't want to miss this, so make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing coin facts. Let's start with a quick history lesson. 5 centimes coin from France was part of the French franc series, issued before the country adopted the euro. The coin has a distinctive design, the bust of the goddess Dere on one side, and the denomination 5 centimes, along with the year of minting, on the reverse. The coin was minted in 1966, during a time when France was still using the franc. But why are we talking about this coin today? What makes the 1966 French centimes stand out in the market now, and why is it getting so much attention from collectors? Let's break that down. First of all, let's talk about condition. Like any collectible item, the state of preservation plays a huge role in determining its value. The 1,966.5 centimes, a coin in fine condition, meaning it shows minimal wear, but you can still see the details clearly, can be worth more than you might think. But before you get too excited, let's explore why. In fine condition, a 1966 French faux somme might seem like much at first glance. It's one of the rarer coins from this era, and there are still quite a few in circulation. However, its value goes up significantly based on several key factors. Now, rarity is a major factor. While many 5 centimes coins from 1966 were produced, some were eventually withdrawn from circulation due to changes in the economy. Coins like these, especially those in fine or better condition, can be harder to find, and when a coin becomes harder to find, its value tends to rise. The mintage for the 1,966.5 centimes was substantial, but as time goes on, the number of well-preserved examples dwindles. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for these specific coins, particularly in higher grades. So how much is the 1966 French 5 centime coin worth today? In fine condition, this coin typically sells for around $4,000 on the market. Not exactly life-changing money, but not bad for a little piece of history. Of course, this value can vary depending on where and how the coin is sold. If you have a 1966 coin in extremely fine or uncirculated condition, the value can jump up to $5,000, or even higher in some cases. And if you're lucky enough to have one with a rare mint mark or error, the value can be much higher. But here's the interesting part. Coin values often increase over time. While the 1,966.5 centimes may be worth much right now, its value could rise as demand for vintage coins continues to grow. So if you're a collector or investor, this could be a good time to start looking for these coins at local markets or online auctions. Want to add a 1,966.5 centimes to your collection? Here's where you can find them. Online marketplaces like eBay, specialized coin dealers, and even local coin shops can be great places to find this coin. Just make sure to inspect the coin carefully for condition and authenticity before buying. Footnote: when purchasing, always look for a seller with good reviews, and if you're buying a more expensive example, consider getting it certified by a reputable grading company. To sum it all up, while the 1966 French 5 centimes may make you rich today, it holds a special place in numismatic history, and in the right condition, it can be a valuable addition to any collection. So if you find one in your change jar or at a local flea market, take a moment to appreciate its history and maybe even make a small investment. Next up, how a 10 centimes coin from France, even in a dirty and worn condition, could have a surprising value in the market today. So, if you're a coin collector or just curious about the world of numismatics, stay tuned as we dive into this fascinating topic. Let's start with some background. The 10 centimes coin was part of France's transition into the euro currency, but it was issued under the French franc system for many years before the euro officially replaced the franc. In 1998, this coin was minted as part of a series designed to gradually phase out the old franc coins in favor of the euro. The coin featured a traditional design, a rooster, which is the symbol of franc, along with the text République Française. Despite its relatively low denomination, this coin holds a place in history for collectors. It's interesting to note that the 10-centimes coin is often overlooked by the general public, but collectors see its value in unique circumstances. So, what's the value of this coin today, especially in a dirty condition? The answer might surprise you. While most of us would think of a worn or dirty coin as being practically worthless, certain collectors see potential in these coins. In the market today, a 10-centimes coin from 1998 in average circulated condition might fetch around €1 to €2, which is roughly $3,000. But here's the twist: the value changes when the coin is in a particularly poor or dirty state. Some collectors are especially interested in the uniqueness of used or dirty coins. These coins might not look pristine, but they tell a story. If the coin is an unusual variant or has an error, its value could rise dramatically, even to $4,000 or more, depending on demand and rarity in the market. In fact, there have been instances where a 10-cent coin from 1998 has sold for over $5,000, or even more if it's part of a rare error coin, or if it's included in a bulk collection that draws in serious collectors. While it may seem counterintuitive, the condition of the coin can actually affect its value. If a coin has a distinct, unique appearance, like dirt or tarnishing that has been cleaned off, it might attract interest from collectors who appreciate the story behind it. Although the 199810 centimes coin was produced in large quantities, certain features like mint marks or even small design variations can make a particular coin rarer than others. The demand for such coins fluctuates based on the market and the interest from collectors. Some may be seeking to complete their collections, while others might specifically be interested in coins with wear and dirt, which can be perceived as having more character. So, where can you sell or buy a coin like this? There are several places you can check out. Online marketplaces like eBay and Etsy are great for selling or purchasing rare coins. You can also visit specialized coin dealers, auction houses, and even attend coin shows, where you'll meet collectors from around the world. Just be sure to do your research and compare prices. Coins in dirty condition might be overlooked by some, but for others, they could be the perfect addition to their collection. Pair your down commission properly with your collection. Who knew that something as simple as a 10-centimes coin from France, especially one that's dirty or worn, could have such an intriguing value in the market? Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or a casual enthusiast, it's always fascinating to discover what hidden gems might be hiding in your collection or even your pocket. Next up, a 1969 French 10 centimes coin in today's market, especially when it's in bad condition. Well, stick around, because we'll explore the surprising story of how a small, seemingly ordinary coin could actually be worth much more than you think. Let's get into it. Let's start with a little history. The 10 centimes coin from France, first minted in 1969, was part of the larger French decimal currency system introduced in the 1960s. The design on the obverse of the coin features a simple, elegant image of Marion, a national symbol of the French Republic. On the reverse, you'll find the denomination 10 centimes, along with the year of minting, in this case, 1969. At first glance, it may seem like just another old coin, but do be fooled. The value of this coin today can be much higher than you'd expect, even in bad condition. Now, let's talk about the condition of these coins. We all know that coin collectors tend to prefer coins in mint or near mint condition, right? But what if I told you that even a coin in bad condition, one with heavy wear and tear, scratches, or discoloration, could still fetch a surprising price on the market? The French centime coin from 1969 is exception. While a pristine coin might be worth a little more, a coin in bad condition is still sought after by collectors and numismatists. This is because older, rare coins in poor condition are often considered more valuable than newer, more unique coins. As for the 196910 centimes, if you have one that's seen better days, it might still attract interest. The rarity of the coin, its historical significance, and the fact that it's over 50 years old are all factors that can push its value higher in the market. Here's where things get really interesting. In terms of market value, a 1969 French centimes coin, even in bad condition, can still sell for anywhere between $4,000. It's important to note that the price can fluctuate depending on factors like the rarity of the coin, the demand in the collector's market, and the condition it's in. Prior to French centimes come in a whole swath of $1,000, including smoking French centimes, to place its living cousin, Kaiser. For example, a coin that's slightly worn but still legible might fetch around $5,000. If the coin is extremely worn and hard to read, you're still looking at around $6,000. But if you happen to come across one that's in exceptional condition, the value can skyrocket, sometimes even reaching $7,000 or more. Can you imagine finding a small coin like this in your pocket or a coin jar and realizing it's worth more than you thought? It's always exciting when you discover hidden treasures in your everyday life. So why is the 1969 French 10 centimes coin valuable, even in bad condition? Well, there are several reasons. First, France stopped producing the 10 centime coin in 2002, which makes these older coins relatively rare in circulation today. Collectors often look for coins that have a story to tell, and the 1,96910 centimes certainly has one. Additionally, coin collectors place a lot of value on historical coins that have been used in everyday life. Even a worn-out coin can represent a part of the past, a glimpse into the history of the French Republic and the country's economic evolution. So, as time goes by, these coins only get rarer, and their value tends to increase. So, how do you go about buying or selling a 1969 French centimes coin? There are a few places where collectors and sellers meet. You can try well-known online marketplaces like eBay, where you'll find lots of numismatists bidding on old French coins. There are also specialized coin shops, both online and in physical locations, that buy and sell these kinds of coins. Just make sure you check the listings carefully to compare prices and pay attention to shipping fees or transaction costs when you're buying or selling. To wrap things up, the 1969 French 10 centimes coin might be small, worn out, or even a little scratched, but it's still a valuable piece of history that could earn you a nice little profit in today's market. So, if you've got one of these in your collection or just lying around in a drawer, take a closer look. You might be sitting on a hidden gem. Next up, the France 10 centimes from 1988. You might have one of these lying around, but could it be worth more than you think? Let's dive in. The 10 centimes coin from France is part of the long-running French franc currency series, minted before the euro was introduced in 2002. This specific coin features the famous design by Oscar Roti, known as la semeuse, or the sower. On the reverse, we see the denomination of 10 centimes, along with the words République Française and the mint year, 1988. In 1988, France was at a cultural and economic crossroad. The 10 centime coin was a common sight in the pockets of everyday people, used for small purchases. But today, this little coin is more than just a memory of a bygone era. It could be a hidden gem for collectors. So what makes this coin potentially valuable in today's market? Well, there are a few key factors. Coins in uncirculated or mint condition are always more desirable to collectors. A pristine 1,98810 centimes coin could fetch a much higher price than one that's been heavily used. While the 1988 edition is the rarest of French coins, certain mint errors or variations can increase its value significantly. The appeal of French coins, especially from the pre-Euro era, has been growing among numismatists and collectors worldwide. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is king. Coins are graded on a scale ranging from poor to mint state. A 1988 France centimes, in excellent uncirculated condition, could be worth anywhere between $4,000. But wait, if you have a coin with a mint error, the value could skyrocket into the hundreds of dollars. Let's talk market value. Currently, a standard 1988 France centimes in good condition sells for about $5,000 online. However, Uncirculated pieces have been known to sell for $6,000 on auction sites. If you have a coin with a rare error, such as a misstrike or doubled die, these can sell for much more, sometimes even $7,000 or more, to the right buyer. So is the 1988 France 10 centimes coin worth big bucks? While most of these coins won't make you rich, certain conditions and rare features can give them a surprising boost in value. If you have one, take a closer look. It might just be a hidden treasure. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more deep dives into the world of coins and collectibles. Leave a comment below if you've found any rare or interesting coins recently. We'd love to hear about it. Next up, of Germany's 5-Pfennig coin from 1991. While it might look like an ordinary coin, collectors are starting to take notice, especially if it's in fine condition. So what's the big deal about this coin, and how much could it be worth in today's market? Stick around to find out. First, let's understand the history of this coin. The 5-Pfennig coin was part of Germany's currency system before the introduction of the euro in 2002. Issued by the Deutschmark system, these coins were minted from 1949 to 2001. The 1991 edition holds a special place because of the reunification of East and West Germany in 1990, making it a symbol of a new era for the nation. This small coin carries a big story. It represents just economic value, but also historical significance during a transformative period in Germany's history. So, what makes this coin stand out? Here are the key features you should look for. Now let's talk about its value. In fine condition, a 19915 Pfennig coin can fetch anywhere between $3,000 on the collector's market. However, coins in uncirculated condition or those with rare mint marks can be worth significantly more, sometimes up to $4,000. The actual value depends on factors like demand, rarity, and the coin's condition. For example, coins from specific mints, like with minting errors, can command higher prices. Always consult a coin expert or collector to get an accurate appraisal. Why are collectors interested in this coin? The answer lies in its historical context and the nostalgia for pre-euro currencies. Coins like the 5-Pfennig are tangible reminders of Germany's economic and cultural history. Additionally, some collectors specialize in post-reunification coins, making this edition particularly desirable. The 1991 Germany 5-Pfennig coin is more than just a piece of metal. It's a slice of history with growing interest among collectors. While it may make you a millionaire, its value and story make it worth holding on to or selling to the right buyer. Next up, the 5-Pfennig from Germany, minted in 1974. If you have one of these lying around, you might be holding on to something worth more than you think. Let's start with a quick look at the coin itself. The 5-Pfennig coin was part of the Deutschmark currency system used in West Germany before the euro was introduced in 2002. These coins were made of brass-plated steel, and their design was both simple and iconic. On one side, you'll find the German oak seedling, symbolizing growth and stability, and on the other side, the denomination and the mint mark. 1974 was an interesting year for Germany. The country was thriving economically, and its coinage reflected its strength. The 5-Pfennig coin was produced in large numbers across several mints, including Munich, Stuttgart, Karlsruhe, and Hamburg. Each mint left its distinct mark on the coin, which becomes important when evaluating its current value. So, what's the big deal about the 5-Pfennig coin from 1974? In fine condition, this coin is typically rare. However, collectors are always on the lookout for coins with specific features, like high mintages, mint errors, or exceptional preservation. For instance, if your coin has a mint error, such as a misstrike, it could be worth significantly more than its face value. Now let's talk about its value. In fine condition, a standard 19745 Pfennig coin typically sells for around $3,000. However, if your coin is in uncirculated or near mint condition, its value can jump to $5,000. Rare mint errors or unique features can fetch anywhere from $6,000 or more, depending on the collector's interest and market demand. So, do you have a 5-penny coin from 1974 in your collection? Take a closer look. It might be worth more than you thought. Next up, 5-penny coin from 1987 be worth a small fortune today? Let's dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting and find out if this tiny piece of German history holds unexpected value. First, let's talk about the coin itself. The 5-penny coin was a common denomination in Germany before the euro replaced the Deutschmark in 2002. It was minted between 1949 and 2001, and the 1987 edition was exception. However, as the years have passed, some of these coins have become rarer due to their condition, mint marks, and errors during production. Condition plays a major role in determining the value of any coin. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state. A 1, 9, 8, 7, 5 Pfennig in poor condition, meaning heavily scratched, worn, or tarnished, might seem like much at first glance, but wait, there's more to consider. Now let's talk money. A 1, 9, 8, 7, 5 Pfennigen in bad condition might typically be worth just a few cents to a casual buyer, but if it carries a rare mint mark or an error, such as a missed trike or double die, it could sell for $5,000 or even more in collector market. Currently, on platforms like eBay or specialized numismatic websites, you can find 5-penny coins from 1987 listed anywhere from $6,000, depending on their rarity and demand. Some buyers may even pay a premium for coins with historical or sentimental value. Who knew that a small piece of change could hold such potential value? Whether it's worth a few dollars or becomes the centerpiece of your collection, every coin has a story to tell. So, check your piggy banks and start exploring. You might just have a hidden treasure. Next up, the Germany 2 Pfennig coin from 1964 in extra fine condition. You won't believe how much this tiny coin could be worth in today's market. Stick around to learn its story, its value, and why collectors are going crazy over it. Before we talk about its value, let's explore the history. The 2 Pfennig coin was part of the German Deutschmark currency system, which replaced the Reichsmark after World War II. Minted in 1964 by the Federal Republic of Germany, this small coin reflects a pivotal era in German history, a time of economic recovery and growth, known as the Wirtschaftswunder, or economic miracle. On the obverse, you'll find the classic oak seedling, a symbol of growth and resilience. The reverse showcases the denomination 2 Pfennig and the mint mark, which indicates where the coin was produced. Coins from this year were minted in various locations, including Hamburg, Karlsruhe, Munich, and Stuttgart, each marked by a specific letter. The value of any coin largely depends on its condition. Coins in extra fine condition are highly sought after because of their sharp details, minimal wear, and overall eye appeal. This grade means the coin has been preserved exceptionally well over the decades, making it a rare find. So how much is a 1964 Germany 2 Pfennig coin in extra fine condition worth today? In the current collector's market, its value can range from $4,000, depending on the mint mark and demand. Some rare variations or coins with errors could fetch even higher prices, up to $6,000 or more in certain auctions. If you're lucky enough to own one of these coins, here are some tips to maximize its value. Preservation is key. Store the coin in a protective holder to prevent tarnish or scratches. Check the mint mark. Coins from certain mints may be rarer than others. Get it graded. A certified grading service can authenticate and officially grade your coin, increasing its value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1964 Germany 2 Pfennig coin is a fascinating piece of history and a valuable addition to any collection. Have you checked your coin stash recently? You might just have a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Next up, the 10 Pfennig coin from 1950, a small but significant piece of post-World War II German history. The 10 Pfennig coin from 1950 was minted in the early days of the Federal Republic of Germany, commonly known as West Germany. After the devastation of World War II, the country was rebuilding its economy, and these coins became part of everyday life. They were made from aluminum bronze, giving them a distinctive yellowish tint. But here's the kicker. Not all 10 Pfennig coins from 1950 are created equal. Some were minted in Karlsruhe and others in Hamburg, among other locations. The mint mark plays a huge role in determining the coin's rarity and value today. You might think that a dirty or tarnished coin isn't worth much, but that's always true. While pristine, uncirculated coins fetch the highest prices, even coins in more than perfect condition can surprise you. This is especially true if they were minted in limited quantities or have unique features. A quick tip: never clean a coin unless you know what you're doing. Cleaning can damage the surface and significantly reduce its value. Inspection can reveal potential fractures, overpressurization, or other damaging conditions. Now let's talk numbers. As of today, a 1950 Germany 10 Pfennig coin in dirty or circulated condition could be worth anywhere from $4,000, depending on the mint mark and overall state. But here's the exciting part. If you have one of the rarer versions, like the mint mark, collectors have paid hundreds of dollars for them in good condition. Market demand for coins like these has grown as more collectors recognize their historical significance. Auctions and online marketplaces are the best places to check current prices. So, how can you tell if your coin is valuable? First, look for the mint mark. It's located below the wheat ears on the reverse side of the coin. Then, assess the condition. Even a dirty coin can fetch a good price if it's rare enough. Finally, consult a coin appraisal expert or check reputable auction sites to gauge its value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just found a dusty old coin in a drawer, the 1950 Germany 10 Pfennig coin is a fascinating piece of history. Who knows? What seems like pocket change today could turn into a small fortune tomorrow. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more coin treasure stories. Let us know in the comments. Have you ever found a rare coin? Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.